Right, in the first video in this series I talked about the need to fail. That's how we learn. We learn by failing. It's one of the most important lessons actually that you can take in. But although it's very important to fail, it's equally important that when you do fail, you don't actually lose too much. So one of the key things is to identify low risk trading opportunities or business opportunities so that you can actually hone your abilities, hone your knowledge, hone your skills without being wiped out, for example. So how do you do this? You just quantify your risks. You just make sure that the opportunity is a low risk opportunity. So for example, if you're going to start a business, I would tend to avoid things like shops. You have a shop, you've got to get on a lease, you've got to fit out the shop, buy all the goods, etc., etc., then sit there for the opening hours each day or pay someone to do that. All those things are risk. It's not really that great. Now let's compare that to eBay. On eBay you can put a picture of your product on the website. You can put your sales message out on eBay. It's all done for you, and then you can sit there and wait for the orders to come in, or of course you might want to do some marketing, obviously, but it's not as if you've got a problem with risk in that situation. In fact, you could even possibly not acquire the goods until you've sold them. This is the ideal way of quantifying risk. You go into a business whereby you sell product first and then buy it and deliver it afterwards. So that's one idea, but there are many others. Anything involving your time, of course. No money involved, you're just risking your time. So if you're doing some painting and decorating, for example, put a small ad in the local newsagent, have some flyers printed, whatever it might be, and again, very little risk, lots of potential. You could end up with a huge building company from those very humble beginnings. So again, today's lesson is very simple. Quantify your risk, keep it low, and I'll be back next time with another tip on how to make a lot of money. Cheers, goodbye for now.